Tomasz Adamek's a guy who's now heavyweight, so it's out of my realms at the moment. He's moved up. He was cruiserweight a while ago, light heavyweight, then cruiser, now he's heavyweight. So we're in different weight divisions, but it would be a very interesting fight because he's a hell of a fighter. Nancy, my strongest subject was smiling and having fun, and my weakest subject was all of them across the board. And if they had a subject called concentration, I would have got about 3 Fs. And as for what was the other question?
Did you always want to become a world champion boxer?
Yeah, I did actually, since I was a young guy. But you never really dream. You dream of it, and you kind of daydream and think about it, but you don't actually envisage yourself doing it. So yeah, kind of sometimes I've got to pinch myself. Couldn't box. What would I dream of doing instead? I'd love to be able to fly. It's my one wish, apart from the health of my kids and my family for eternity and happiness. Flying is one thing I wish I could do. Wish I had wings and could fly. I've always dreamt of that as a kid. My first amateur fight was in Perth in Midland Town Hall. 3rd round KO, and never looked back from then. It was a pretty special feeling. And then myself, my brother and the boys went out and had a few celebratory drinks and got on it and had a great night. And from then never looked back. I think the disqualification against Marcus Byer was pretty difficult to overcome. Although people can say whatever they want to say about it, but in my heart I know that it was probably a pretty rough decision. But it's a long time gone, and that taught me a lot about life in general, about putting things in perspective. I got robbed of a world title, but there's people out there losing their life against their will, and their lives have been taken, their families' lives have been taken. They're losing their life due to illness and things that they can't control. To me, losing a world title belt's so insignificant when you compare that. MMA. I like M&Ms, but I haven't considered MMA. I like stand-up fighting, so if the boys, if any of the MMA guys want to come over and stand up, bare knuckle in there, no worries at all day. Probably the one I had with my daughter Chloe for about 3 years, to finally get her to eat her vegetables without having a massive argument at the dinner table. I just think I had more to offer, and was to be honest, I can't explain why I actually retired. I can't explain why I came back. It's pretty hard to know, but I just thought I had more to offer, and obviously it was the best decision that I ever made. Yeah, I do get tired of it. I think they should be asking him, because we're ready to go, and really he's kind of, I think I said in an interview before, I rate him a little bit above a club fighter now, so I don't see the significance internationally or even in this country of me and him fighting together. But if he ever grows back his heart that he lost, he's got my number. I think my wife might have something to say about that. So sorry, Tanya, no.